Pancarte Sportif on the day mauls title holders Victoria United 4-0 in their very own slaughterhouse, the Limbe Centenary Stadium. Well, it's been 2 consecutive wins for Pancarte, but unfortunate for fellow newbies Aigle Royal du Mongo as they are without win in their last 4 outings. Well, it's just 1 point out of a possible 12. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to La Presse REFAIT match right here on Spectrum Television. Today we take a look at match day 3 and match day 4 action that has unfolded since we met last starting from last Wednesday and ended on Monday, and also do a projection of the match day 5 that would unfold this weekend and will close on December 30, 2024. It's going to be an exciting one. Now, to discuss this program or to discuss these games, I have 2 guests with me on the show. We'll have one join us on phone. We'll start first with the man on my right, as none other than sports analyst, none other than, Lucas Teme, always on the platform. Lucas, welcome.
Thank you, Uni. Good evening. Good evening to all the televiewers, and good evening to my co-panelists. Allow me to thank 3 of our best top scorer will compete this year to the title that I've won called last year. Let me name them. You will know the name. It is Shippy of Aso has already scored 3 goals, and Bang of Starina of Melon, and this one Dora was made a good match, a good game last week. Dora, the players of Gazelle was struggled to defeat Union Sportif of Douala, and allow me to talk about something that we used to see in the Europe. The exchange of jerseys between 2 players of the Northwest region, YE of Young Sport and G4 Shoe of PWG of Bamenda, that after the game they exchange the jerseys. We have never seen it in Cameroon. we always see it in the European League, but it has come to Cameroon, and thank God we are witnessing it today.
Hopefully it comes to stay. Thank you so much, Lucas Teme. That was Lucas Teme. And moving away from Lucas, I have Olivier Ondo de Maza. He is a sports supporter, a very fervent supporter of Colombe Sportif. He's draped in Colombe Sportif's jersey today, and it's always a pleasure to have him. Bonsoir, Monsieur Olivier.
Bonsoir, Oni, et bonsoir à tous les téléspectateurs de STV, et bonsoir à tous les millions de supporters de la Colombe Sportive du Djellabo.
Colombe est toujours imbattable dans le championnat après 4 journées.
Oui, après 4 journées, Colombe reste invaincu, et nous espérons que cette série d'invincibilité va continuer jusqu'à même à la fin du championnat. C'est l'objectif, parce que gagner le championnat, c'est clairement l'objectif de la Colombe cette saison. Et nous, les supporters, on se bat comme on peut pour toujours rester derrière eux afin de les pousser toujours en avant.
On dit que c'est les résultats de beaucoup de travail battu dans les années passées.
Oui, beaucoup de sacrifices, beaucoup de sacrifices en fait, et beaucoup de travail ont été faits en amont. Ça fait que l'équipe, depuis pratiquement l'accession en première division, a trop trémé. Parfois nous sommes tombés au pied du podium, mais cette fois-ci nous commençons déjà à récolter des fruits, et nous pensons que cette année on peut faire mieux que la saison dernière.
Espérons.
Nous espérons, et nous avons foi à notre équipe.
Well, it's just 4 playing days over, and we have the 5 that is, just around the horizon. On the horizon, we hope to see what Colombe has to offer in this championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be having Kosi Bom Joshua on phone. Kosi Bom is a sports journalist. He's currently in the Northwest region. He will join us on phone, and he's also the publisher for Kosifu talk. So we'll have a lot of insights from him regarding the Northwest Regional Derby between PWG of Bamenda against Young Sports Academy, and also a very, very beautiful game at the Limbe Centenary Stadium between title holders Victoria United and newly promoted side Bante Sportif of the day. So make sure you stick around as we have all of that in store for you. We'll start first with the program. Start first with the very thing that has been making headline across Cameroon football. It's been so many news, but one thing that caught our eyes, definitely the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon. Well, we'll get to talk about their victory over the Central African Republic just after this transition. Well, it's one win for Cameroon against the Central African Republic. Well, the Intermediate Lions triumphed over them. The game played in Côte d'Ivoire. We saw a goal, a 58-minute goal from Alois Fuda that made or was decisive for the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon in their very first outing in the African Nations Championship qualifiers. Well, this win actually gives Cameroon a slight edge as they prepare to face their Central African counterparts at home at the Kwekong Stadium, to be precise, come December 28 at 2 p.m. It was a beautiful game, and Lucan Teme, to talk about this, Alois Fuda, who plays for Feu who is also a former under-17 international, him getting the goal for Cameroon, the decider.
Yes, it was they went there to confirm what Cameroon was waiting for them. They had to win the game. Before the list was, before the players was. Before the player was called up to that national team, the championship was not going on, and in this platform we try to criticize the fact that this was subjective. Today they have gone there. They are trying to win and to be qualified. And all the Cameroonians are waiting to be qualified. I have heard that they have called Yonjo, one of the key top scorer of the Boisson du Cameroon, to join them for the return leg of the game that will be played in Bafoussam. I hope there the Yonjo will confirm what we know about him. And there's not only Yonjo, there are Shimed, there are Shepe of us who has scored already, and there are many players as long as the championship is going on that can be taken by the
Coach
Sosen, please, to join that team. They are leading now. The first leg they led 1-0, and they are still leading. We hope that they will qualify. We should know that in Africa, Central Africa is not the good team that I'm not insulting the federation, the team, but comparing the Cameroon Football League and the Central African and the Central African Republic League, there's not much. It is appreciable what the federation is doing there, and the state of the country. They have built stadium already, and they have to concretize by organizing a good championship that will enable the players to be trained, the youth player to the youth championship to be played, sending them abroad as they are doing, because in Union of Douala now we have Central Africans. Last year in this championship we had Central Africans players, but at times they will fight, and today we are happy that the Lion are leading the game, and they will be qualified to the AFCON that will be played in January, maybe in February. I don't know the date.
It's going to be in February, February.
I know that we'll be qualified.
Yes.
But
you believe we're going to qualify?
We are going to be qualified, but simply so at that time we'll call all the best players of our championship to bring to that tournament.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. Premier clean sheet pour votre gardien de but, Idriss Oufo.
Oui, Idriss.
Est-ce qu'il vous manque même à l'équipe?
Oui, il nous manque. C'est vrai que le jeune Icon a fait une très belle prestation la dernière fois. Mais sinon, au match contre Union, il a présenté quelques... Moi, je disais que c'était la peur parce que ça faisait depuis, il n'avait plus été titulaire dans un match. Mais le match contre le match dernièrement contre Fauve, et il a été vraiment d'un apport pour cette victoire, et je pense que on n'a pas trop ressenti l'absence d'un fort qui lui aussi fait des merveilles au niveau des A', et nous ne pouvons que le féliciter et l'encourager à aller de l'avant pour continuer avec des clean sheets.
Il y a Yvan Vendôme, mais malheureusement, il n'a pas aussi joué.
Oui, Yvan n'a pas fait la liste, malheureusement, mais le coach a ses raisons. Nous espérons que le prochain match, il pourra faire la liste. Mais sinon, il y avait Hamza qui était titulaire, aux côtés de Dunfort, et Yéné aussi, qui était en liste. Donc, sur les 3 joueurs, je pense que ils ont valablement représenté l'oiseau du Sud, et moi je vous rassure que nul n'était leur absence. Je crois que les scores devaient changer contre Vazu, et même contre Dynamo, les scores ne devaient pas être les mêmes.
Ok, on va voir dès leur retour, c'est après le 28, on va voir comment ça va se passer.
Ouais, nous les attendons impatiemment.
Mais quand ils étaient là aussi, ils sont allés à Garoua, c'était passé flamboyant aussi.
Sans toutefois trop parler, mais je pense que les déplacements à Garoua ne sont pas faciles pour aucune équipe de notre championnat. Rentrer de Garoua avec 2 points, 2 précieux points, ce n'est pas donné. Et dès ces 2 matchs nuls, nous voyons leur importance maintenant, et j'assure que c'est pas vraiment évident avec l'état de route pour arriver à Garoua. Vraiment, il faut tirer un coup de chapeau à cette équipe de Colombe, et beaucoup de courage à ceux qui iront jouer là-bas très prochainement.
Well, it's quite interesting because you mentioned that he has called Angel Yonjo to join the squad. We had the opportunity to talk to Coach Sosim, please. He says the Intermediate Lions had so many chances against the Central African Republic, but the defenders are quite, hefty, very bulky, which was difficult for Cameroon's attackers to penetrate that defense line. However, he's calling 2 attackers to join the squad. He was quite clear. Yonjo will definitely join the squad, and you're still trying to negotiate with another attacker to come in and join the squad as well. So it's going to be an interesting one to look at. Well, let's take a listen to Coach Sosim, please.
In Abidjan, with the intention of coming back with a good result, I think a win is a good result. But we still have to work hard to qualify. So it's not yet 100%, but I think we have already gone more than 50%. So we'll try our best on the 28th to finish the job. And so that's it for now. Yes, we are intending to add some players in the group. We are intending to with Yonjo is a player we want to add in the squad. There's another player that we are still working on his case. So we'll add 2 attackers, because we had a lot of chances that we couldn't concretize. So we need, and depending too on what we saw there, because they had very, very big defenders, they caused a lot of problems to our players. So there's an attacker that is that has the morphology that can put them in difficulty too. We are working on his case. He will be there. So there will be 2 changes from those who went to Abidjan. I'm calling on the populations of the West region, not only Bafoussam, and those of the Northwest, because they are neighbors, to come massively and push the Lion to victory. And victory will mean qualification to the CHAN.
Victory will mean qualification to the African Nations Championship, and Coach Sourcing Place is calling on all supporters, not just supporters, but fans, or will I say inhabitants of the West region and the Northwest region to come and mobilize. It's on the 28th of December at 2 p.m. at the Kwekong Stadium. Let's come out and show support. Now, talk about looking for a scorer or an attacker with the morphology. What comes to my mind maybe is Ahmed Shepe of Ashraf Douala. Do you think it's the same thing too?
It's not because I have known Ahmed Shepe for so long. He has been the top scorer of regional league of the
I'm not saying that's the man he wants to call. I'm saying talk of morphology. I think when you look at Serge Dora and the other scorers.
Do you know Ahmed Shepe is a pressing attacker, and he has that vivacity and that strength to disturb defenders. Even Yonjo has the same quality, but the difference that Yonjo, if he has maybe three balls in front of the defense, will make a difference, and it will be useful to the group. He can put at least two inside the net. Even Ahmed Shepe, thank God to the educator of Cameroon that have proud that trained those two key players of Cameroon, because today Yonjo, he has just come out from the competition in Limbe, Jarakwan competition of
it was a December tournament.
December tournament, and he was the top scorer there, and wherever he has gone, he has been the top scorer, and that is why so simply the technical staff of the intermediate lion wants to use his quality to disturb the opening defense and to score goals, and that will enable Cameroon that intermediate lion to be qualified. I know, knowing those two players, if they have called and if they integrate the squad and they play that they will score, because they know how to score goals.
Are you saying the people we have there, Richmond G and the rest, don't know how to score goals?
Richmond is not the attacker. When you see Dora of the last time I was saying that Gazelle, I was saying that this is Samuel Eto'o that no, not the Samuel Eto'o, but the Awaka Vincent that we have known when he was playing Cameroon. And when you see Yonjo and Shepe, there are Samuel Eto'o, and because they have the qualities of this player. He can score, he can disturb the defenders, he can run all over. They have the speed. They have the speed that the striker must have, and they are coherent when they are inside the penalty area to put the ball inside the net. That's what they used to do. Ahmed, he had 2 goals. He scored 2 goals when they were playing against Star Rena. Who was the opponent goalkeeper? It was Ashu, and he had only two balls inside the net, inside the penalty area, and he put it inside the net. It means that this is the Samuel Eto'o that we have known for so long, and if you keep them well, they will have a good career as a striker. Even Yonjo, when he was under 17, he played Unifac tournament here in Limbe, and in maybe three games like this, or 4 games, he scored 12 or 13 goals. And when he went to the U20, he scored there. And all the tournament that player is playing, he used to score. And if he doesn't score, he will give assist.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, it works well for the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon. All we want is for Cameroon to be at the African Nations Championship. We missed out on the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, so it shouldn't be the case for the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon. Well, it's a date. Make it a date, 28th December at 2 p.m. at the Kwekong Stadium over there in the West region. Well, it's with that we put an end to the first segment of La Presse Refait le Match, and we move over to where we talk about the games. Well, between Wednesday and Monday, we've seen 16 games, I beg your pardon, play in Cameroon's top flight match, counting for match day 3 and match day 4 of the MTN Elite One Championship. Well, we'll start first today with the match day 3. Match day 3, Gazelle FA of Garoua were the big winners of match day 3, defeating PWD of Bamenda by 4-0 in their very own house back there in Buda. Well, it was a tight fixture, but Gazelle with Alium Kader as head coach finally got their first win. Not only that, what others have been celebrating, or the other highlights of match day 3 has been Bamboo Choose of Buda picking up a first win. We saw also Panthère Sportif picking up a first win, and Dynamo of Douala unfortunately registered their first defeat of the season. Let's get this report that sums up match day 3 of the MTN Elite One Championship. Match day 3 of the MTN Elite One Championship delivered a series of exhilarating fixtures showcasing the best of Cameroon football. Union Sportif of Douala continued their impressive form with a commanding 3-1 victory over Young Sports Academy at the Bipanda Next Stadium. Loika Simba opened scoring from the spot for the visitors, with Hamid Seni netting the equalizer a few minutes later. Mohamed Awulu followed it up with a brace, sealing the win for the Douala-based outfit. In Yaoundé, Colombe Sportif du Jan Lobo secured their first win of the season, defeating Dynamo of Douala 2-1 at the Guayaquil Military Stadium. Joseph Momaso gave Dynamo an early lead, but goals from Douami Boris Ekotor and Patrick Zimbi turned the tides in favor of the Saldoves, who remain unbeaten after 3 games. Bamboo Choose of Buda triumphed over Aigle Jumongo with a 2-0 victory in Buda. Patrick Mitio's early strike and a stoppage time goal from Amir Renzo ensured the win. Despite Aigle's dominance in possession, Bamboo Choose's clinical finishing made the difference. Stade Rina and Canon Sportif played out the 1-1 draw in Melon. Aqua Alexis put Stade Rina ahead, but an own goal in the 77th minute leveled the score. The match was marked by intense action, with Canon dominating possession and shots on target, but unable to secure the win. Victoria United stunned Astro of Douala with a 2-0 win, thanks to Nathan Douala's brace, including a penalty. In another thrilling encounter, Panthère Sportif Dundee edged out AS Fortuna 2-1 in Yaoundé, with David Ngondo scoring twice before Mark Salandi pulled one back for Fortuna. Gazelle FA delivered a dominant performance against PWD of Bamenda. Goals from Jordi Doumbé Yumba, Maris Kada, Serge Doran, Ibrahim Zakari highlighted Gazelle's attacking prowess. Elsewhere, Feu Vazu and Coton Sport played out the goalless draw, sharing the spoils in a tightly contested match. As the season progresses, the competition in Elite One continues to heat up, with teams battling for supremacy. Competition is definitely fierce amongst these teams in Cameroon's top flight. Before I get to into specific games in match day 3, juste pour vous demander, Monsieur Ondo, on a vu 8 matchs, 3e et 4e journée. Quel match ou quelle action vous a touché, ou that stood out for you throughout this 8 games?
Personnellement, c'est le but de Patrick et Zimbi contre Dynamo, le but de victoire, où il a vraiment fait un grand effort en mettant presque...
Son premier but d'ailleurs, saison aussi.
Son premier but de la saison, en mettant presque toute la défense de Dynamo au tapis. Et c'était un magnifique but. C'est l'une des actions qui m'a vraiment marqué. Et il y a aussi le but de, je crois, c'était le but de, je crois, Gazelle. Le but de Gazelle. À la
contre Union.
Contre Union.
Okay.
C'était vraiment un très beau but, une frappe une reprise, je crois.
Le but de Yumba, le deuxième but de Gazelle.
Ouais, c'était pour moi c'est l'un des plus beaux buts jusqu'à l'heure actuelle. Et aussi le but de Moumasso contre la Colombe, après une erreur de dégagement du jeune Ican. Et avec l'expérience de Moumasso, il n'a pas réfléchi 2 fois, il a mis un lob. C'est quelques actions qui m'ont plus marqué depuis le début de la saison.
Okay, the same for you, Lucas Teme. We've seen the 8 games, matches 3 and 4. What action, really stood out for you in these 2 playing days?
I will talk about the day 3, the game that we saw here at the Unification Stadium Annex.
Astre
against
Victoria.
Against Victoria United. The game of Nathan Douala, because that day he has confirmed all the good things that the supporters of football were thinking about him, because he did a good game and he was dribbling. The last time when I came here, I said that when the supporters are going to the field, to the pitch to watch game, it is because they want to see players that can dribble. Yes, okay. That's what. And that day, everybody was amazed and everybody was happy to see that. Nathan, we have a good player who can take the ball, who can dribble, because it is what we call in French génie. He has expressed his talent, and that day nobody was disappointed in coming to the field. And the second match was the good game, the master of game of Gazelle against Union Sportive of Douala, because Gazelle they have studied the game of Union Sportive of Douala. They know they knew the master the game before, and when they went down to the pitch, they know how to block them, and because they used to put the ball in front, and when Gazette was taking the ball, they were conserving the ball, trying to look for the place to
an opening
to break the block to progress and to score. That's how we have seen one of the good players of Real Academy of New Belgrade that have been transferred to Dynamo last year, and Clément Aroga, the coach, he didn't give him the opportunity to play, and this year he went to Garoua, to Gazelle, one of the good team with the good philosophy that use the youth players, and he went there and he met the friends, and when he came back to Douala, he came to win Union of Douala by scoring 2 goals. I'm talking about Jumba. And which type of goals? When you see the goals, you are happy, and the next thing that you want to do is that you should be praying that the next Sunday will come immediately, so that you will go and pay a ticket base to go to watch the game. And one thing that I want to say is that this year this tournament has a level. There's a great level, because all the games are part of the game of Bambutos against Dynamo was at time boring, and nobody was happy to be there. And when we look at Union against Gazette, everybody was happy, everybody was shouting, everybody was clapping to the development of the game of Gazelle, because the players masters. And let me thank the coach of Gazelle,
Alium
Kada, who masters all the players and knows the style. There you can see that there's a good philosophy, and that philosophy is implemented to the field, and everybody, their role distribution, all the games, all the players know what to do and how to do when I have a ball. When my partner has a ball, I know where I can place myself, and when he has the ball, he can choose to give to me or to give to another. We can proceed the counter attack, or to do anything. That was the good game and the total game.
Okay, well, that was the standout game for you, match day 4.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll get to that game because we had a lot of highlights that we cut out from that game, and would want to look at that, in the later part of the show. But still, on match day 3, we'll start first with one of the highlights, which was Victoria United or Ascot Douala against Victoria United. A beautiful game played at the Reunification Annex Stadium last Wednesday. We saw a brace from Nathan Douala to give all 3 points to the title holders, Victoria United. Well, let's get the highlight of that game. Nathan Douala joined top scorer for Victoria United alongside Sunge on 2 goals each. Well, it was a wonderful game for Nathan Douala and Victoria United as a whole. And one person that actually helped Victoria United pick up a win against a very sharp or clinical Ascot Douala side is the goalkeeper, Parfait Germany. Well, after the game, we caught up with the goalkeeper, and he tells us it's a wonderful thing for him to have kept the second clean sheet and this in the championship as a whole, and is looking forward to more clean sheets. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case against Panther in match day 4. However, he wants to do his best, and why not for the national team doors to be open to him. Let's take a listen to Parfait Germany.
Je suis content pour le clean sheet, c'est un deuxième clean sheet pour moi. C'est le travail et une confiance à ma défense, vu que ma défense et moi, on a eu l'habitude de jouer ensemble. Donc il y a une cohésion entre nous et ça a été plus facile. Donc ma défense m'aide et moi aussi je les aide en retour. Pour la saison-ci, tout d'abord, nous savons que tout adversaire que nous allons affronter, ça serait comme une guerre. Donc nous sommes préparés à ça et nous sommes préparés à maintenir notre titre. Sur le plan personnel, j'espère travailler et faire beaucoup de clean sheet et pourquoi pas que les portes de sélection m'ouvrent.
You have it. Germany, Parfait, one of the youngest goalkeepers in Cameroon's top flight, has one of the rarest as well in this season to have kept already 2 clean sheets. Kept a clean sheet in the first match day the first day of play against Young Sports Academy, where Victoria United defeated Young Sport by 3-0. Kept a clean sheet against Ascot Douala in match day 3, where Victoria United defeated Ascot by 2-0. You look at Parfait Germany, he says he wants, why not do a better job so he can get called up to any level of the national team. Look at his qualities. You think it's someone that would one day, get called up to the national team or with any level of the national team?
Even this year, but national team it is not yet because he has to work again. He has to.
No, I mean at any level of the national team.
Yes, maybe the youth 17 if he has that age. If he's still young at that age, and but for me, the youth 20 has to be there because he's a goalkeeper in Cameroon that is coordinated and his confidence, and he has everything that the goalkeeper should have. He talks, he communicates with the player, he plays them, and he catches balls. And as you have seen, he has done 2 clean sheets already. Knowing that he has come from the last year, it was the first year in the first division, because He was coming from Savannah, one of the regional league, was in a regional club of Littoral before going to
Victoria United.
Victoria United. And when he was there, he was not the number one of the game, because it is when the number one of the game that the name is not coming to my head was deceiving, that they put him, and when he came, he confirmed that he can be the number one, and they do the title and do anything. But there will be a competition on that post. When you see the goalkeeper of Gazelle, Bonu, you can see that man also has many opportunities. They are young, and they are the youths that the championship, our country should count on them for that squad. But I'm still waiting for the list of Kemonye. I know that they will call for them, because they deserve to be there.
He deserves to be there. Well, let's listen to fans of Victoria United after that game. They're quite happy about the win, and they actually designated their man of the match, giving it to Nathan Douala, their captain, the author of the brace against Asraf Douala.
Popo, popo, allez popo, 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 allez popo, 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 allez popo, allez popo, popo, allez popo, United have been preparing long, so this is the result of our preparation. So people should not be saying that Victoria United is negotiating match or buying matches, because we are capable and fit to face the championship, and we are up to task, because all the materials, all the technical staff are there to see our team go higher heights.
As for now, I'm champion. Victoria United is the defending champion, and we are defending our title. So you can see for yourself what the guys are doing. Yes, we just bring up the talent. We brought players from nowhere that they were not recognized, to show them in the public. They should know that is what we are doing. Our ambition is to promote young talent in Cameroon. I don't have any other person than the captain of Victoria United, Nathan Douala, the maestro. Yes, he can do undo. I don't know, so we don't just need to think about anything, just give him.
For me, it was clear. Nathan Douala was the man of the match. And it is they call it Dauphin. It means that we believe in talent. We go and pick them, bring them, and expose them. And when we expose them and they are coming out with the talent which is in them, we are grateful.
We have just one secret: to mobilize our supporters, to come together and support our players. That is the secret we have. Yes, anywhere where players go, we are behind them, we encourage them. Man of the match was Nathan Douala. Man of the match, Nathan Douala.
And he's our Dauphin, so we stand behind him 100%.
So there you have it. They are supporting Wilfred Douala Nathan, giving him or designating him as the man of the match against Asraf Douala. Well, he scored a brace. And we're going to get a highlight of that, his display, or just a few seconds of his display, or a few seconds of the game he played against Asraf Douala. But Monsieur Ondo, I mean, you're one person who is familiar with Nathan Douala in the sense where the Super Cup, c'était contre Colombe ou contre Victoria United. Un match disputé ici à Douala, à Mbappé. Tu étais là et vous avez célébré. On sait ce qui s'est passé avec le but d'égalisation, Nathan, et comment ça s'est passé. You know, all of them are giving him the praise. What do you think about Nathan Douala, his talent? What do you think about it?
Nathan Douala, c'est un joueur qu'on ne présente plus dans notre championnat parce qu'il a fait ses preuves depuis la saison dernière. C'est un petit génie qui sait manipuler le ballon et qui sait porter son équipe. Et à le voir jouer, on voit la haine qu'il a. Surtout, il faut voir ses pressings sur le porteur. Et notre gardien il lançait quelque chose sur les pressings de Nathan. C'est vrai que c'est un joueur qui a été mis sous les projecteurs, et avec tout ce que les réseaux sociaux ont dit sur lui, ça ne l'a jamais cassé. Il a toujours gardé le moral haut et il continue à faire de bonnes prestations. Et je crois que c'est l'un des joueurs que nous sommes obligés de faire avec dans notre championnat, parce que il a démontré à tout le monde que c'est un bon joueur. Il sait manipuler le ballon et professionnellement, il est assis, sauf qu'il est un peu taquin, parce qu'il aime taquiner les supporters adverses. Et c'est vrai, c'est le sport, mais ça anime les gradins et ça chauffe un peu les supporters. Pour lui, c'est une bonne chose et nous ne pouvons que lui souhaiter une bonne saison et pourquoi pas d'autres sélections en équipe nationale.
Well, you know, for those that do not know, every time Nathan Douala scores a goal, he literally has his hands on his lips saying, the other supporters, if you're making noise, it's time for you to quiet down because Victoria United has scored or has equalized. Well, it was a wonderful, or he gave a very beautiful, he had a very beautiful game against Astro of Douala, and I want us to get a highlight, the brace that he scored, and also the action with the passes and everything that sent the entire stadium, you know, to rafters. We all were just, everybody was screaming at his performance. Let's take a look at that. Rafters? Yeah. Wilfred Douala Nathan in all his element. I mean, the fans say he was the man of the match, and it's something you agree with. Yes, for that game?
For that particular game, he was the man of the match because he was the one that has brought many things for that team to win that particular game. Because for that game, he scored 2 goals, 1 penalty, and that goal that was given by him by the partners, and the dribble that he was doing during the match, and many things at that game. But there are many things that they have done they have put Nathan Douala in certain levels, and he has to work hard to belong on that level. Because in Cameroon today we are celebrating you when you have done many things good, but tomorrow when it will not be good, the same person who was celebrating you will be the first person to mock at you and to insult you. He has to work hard to maybe go abroad, maybe in the European Championship to play there and to give to the goalkeeper what he knows to do. He's a good player because when you see the Nathan Douala of last year before going to the AFCON, after the AFCON, when the playoff was playing, here in Douala was doing many things, many good things. He's the man that knows how to press the defenders. He can build the game. He can master the game plan, and he has the speed that can be used to he usually used to dominate the defenders, and he knows the pass. He knows how to give pass that of 10 or 15 meters to block. To break the block, the opening block. He's a good player. We hope this year it will be fantastic for him, and Hugo Bros, Mark Priest will look at him and look at what he has been doing to call him once more to the national team.
Well, we'll see how that goes. That's a decision.
It deserves also to be called by So Simplice.
So Simplice, the Intermediate Lions.
The Intermediate Lions to Bafoussam to go there and assist the player to that squad, maybe to play and qualify Cameroon for the AFCON.
For Shan?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Let's get highlight of another game. That is, it was like the first defeat, it was the first defeat for Dynamo of Douala, where they played a 1-2 scoreline against Colombe Sportif of the Jean Lobo. We had a Zimbi Patrick and Boris Ekoto that scored for Colombe Sportif, while the lone goal that served as a consolation came from Joseph Momaso for Dynamo of Douala. Let's get highlight.
Je ne me tiens pas devant les caméras parce que je connais l'importance de la caméra. Je ne me tiens pas devant là. Attends, tu dis quoi? Moi, quand j'étais à l'école, les championnats sont joués de choses. Qui vient discuter la tenue de l'Union? À un moment, remettre en question.
Colombe a quand même créé beaucoup d'occasions, mais a seulement marqué 2.
Beaucoup d'occasions créées, oui. Et ma foi, on peut dire qu'on avait vraiment un petit souci au niveau de l'attaque. D'ailleurs, on le décrit tout le temps. On n'a vraiment pas encore un attaquant vraiment un renard de surface. Mais je pense que le coach a rassuré que d'ici peu, ça ne sera que du passé. On va pouvoir avoir quelqu'un qui va nous marquer des buts. Mais c'est déjà bien de créer des occasions. Parce que quand on ne crée pas des occasions, c'est là où ça devient encore plus compliqué. S'il y a des occasions, ce qui est sûr, il y aura des buts. Et je voudrais ici saluer la progression de Patrick et Zimbi. Parce que depuis quelque temps, on craignait qu'il était déjà en baisse, en baisse de régime. Mais depuis le match contre Dynamo, vraiment, il fait de très belles prestations. Avec Boris Ekoto aussi, qui est toujours sur la même ligne depuis la finale de la Coupe du Cameroun. Nous pouvons dire, sans toutefois nous tromper, que le match contre Dynamo, on a vraiment ressenti les absences des internationaux. Ce qu'il y avait au milieu comme Yeni qui, vraiment son absence s'est fait ressentir, et aussi Yvan Vondor. Bon, vous avez vu, nous avons tous vu là la mauvaise relance du jeune Icon, mais comme je l'ai dit tantôt, au match contre Forazur, il s'est réveillé, il était parmi les hommes forts de ce match.
Okay, well, it's always, it's always good to see, a young goalkeeper take his first steps with a team and also grow into, for a season, and also grow to become, why not, an indispensable tool for that side. And I think that's what he's definitely...
Last year in Gazelle, it is Babi who was playing all the games. And the second one in post was Bonu. Today, Babi has been transferred to Coton Sport, and Bonu is the one playing. It is at time good when you have the number one as a column with 4, and we have Ikong. Maybe next year, we don't know. They can look for a transfer in Europe and abroad to send 4, and Ikong still continue to play with the team without any problem. And they should look for the academy. Someone will come after and step by step the team will continue to grow.
Step by step, the team will continue to grow. We look at another interesting encounter counting for match day 3. Well, it was Union Sportif against Young Sports Academy. Well, it was quite a very tricky situation for Young Sports Academy. Took the lead from the penalty spot. Union Sportif, Awolo with a brace and Awalu with a brace, and the rest is history. 3-1 against Young Sports Academy. Let's get highlight in this element. There you have it, a beautiful encounter between Union Sportif of Douala against Young Sport Academy of Bamenda. Unfortunately, it was Young Sport's second defeat of the season, while they registered their third against a sister club PWD of Bamenda. Well, after that match day 3, we saw match day 4 unfold over the weekend. I will talk about that immediately after this transition. Time to talk match day 4 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship right here on La Presse. Refait le match. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, well, the conversation continues right here in our studios. Well, we get into match day 4. We saw the most goals scored so far in the tournament. 23 goals scored in match day 4 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship. Just one game ended on a barren draw. That was Décembre of Douala against Bambutus of Buda, played at the Mbapelepe Stadium. But for others, we saw 5 away wins: PWD of Bamenda, Canon Sportif, Gazelle, Panthère Sportif of Dundee, and just 2 wins coming from Stade du Rena, who defeated Coton Sport and Colombe Sportif. Let's get highlights of match day 4 in this report. Match day 4 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship was packed with thrilling action and standout performances. In the regional derby, PWD of Bamenda triumphed over Young Sport Academy with a 3-1 victory at the Buda Municipal Stadium. Goals from Julien Patrice, Junior Gimba, and the Fortune Bless secured the win for the Abakwa boys, despite a consolation goal from Dowe Feeding for Yosa. Yosa's struggles continue, having only managed 1 point from their first 4 games, scoring just 2 goals while conceding 9. Their form rates: 0-3 against Victoria United, 0-0 with Bambutus of Buda, 1-3 against Union, and now 1-3 against PWG. AS Fortuna suffered their second consecutive defeat, falling 2-0 to Asko of Douala at the Olympianex A Stadium. Dilana Shimi opened the scoring early, and Ismaila Seidu sealed the win later on. This match marked Asko's first clean sheet of the season and Ashimi's first goal. Union of Douala faced a heavy 3-0 defeat at the hands of Gazelle at the Mbapelepe Stadium. Serge Dora, Jordi Yumba, and a stoppage time goal from Yumba again secured Gazelle 6 points from 2 away games, following their 4-0 thrashing of PWD in match day 3. Canon Sportif of Yaoundé climbed to the top of the table with a 3-1 victory over Feu Vazio Elite at the annex of the Omnisport Stadium in Yaoundé. Leontine Brunel et Panda scored for Feu Vazu, but Kanong responded with goals from Mustafa Gay, Claline Ronan Balepa and Frank Junior Evang. Victoria United suffered their first defeat of the season, losing 4-0 to Panther at the Limbe Centenary Stadium. Fabien Atejo netted twice, with David Ngondo and Abdel Joya adding to the tally, marking Panther's second consecutive win. Stade Arena of Melong secured their first win of the season with a 3-0 victory over Coton Sport at the Melong Municipal Stadium. Goals from Aqua Alexis, Frank Lamaipo and Jean Simplice Mbang sealed the win, handing Coton Sport their first defeat. Colombe Sportif du Jean Lobo continued their unbeaten run with a 2-1 win over Aigle du Mungo at the Omnisport Next Stadium in Yaoundé. Early and late goals from Boris Ekoto and Patrick Hanzogo, respectively, ensured the victory despite a response from Jean-Pierre Koudna for Aigle. You have it, a roundup of match day 4 of Cameroon's top flight. Well, we'll start first with the regional derby between Northwest, or the Northwest regional derby between PWG of Bamenda and Young Sport Academy. Well, D4 Bless actually was on the score sheet, opened his goal count for PWG of Bamenda as a side saw for Young Sport Academy by 3-1. The game was played over there at the Buddha Arena Stadium. Let's get highlight in this report. PWD of Bamenda triumphed over Young Sport Academy with a decisive 3-1 victory at the Buddha Municipal Stadium. PWD opened the scoring in the 31st minute through Julien Patrice Samuel Belem, setting the tone for the match. The second goal came in the 38th minute, a beautifully orchestrated play starting with a precise cross from Jean-Paul Ngong. Maxime Pascal Eze expertly connected with a cross, setting up Junior Gimbad for a smooth finish, doubling PWD's lead before the break. The second half saw PWD extend their advantage further. In the 50th minute, Marcelin Donald demonstrated his tenacity by winning the ball between the legs of a Young Sports defender. He then set up Defonchu Bless, who scored his first goal of the season, opening his account after being one of PWD's top scorers last season. Young Sports Academy managed to pull one back in the 63rd minute through Ndowe fielding. The goal came from their 7th corner kick. Despite this, Yosa...
Of course, the 7th corner kick, and there's a strike. It is in. It is in. It is in. It is.
Dead. This latest defeat marks their 3rd loss in 4 games. For PWD, this victory marks their 2nd win of the season. The team will be looking to build on this momentum in the upcoming fixtures. PWG of Bamenda finally got their 2nd win after their 1-0 win over Panther in the opening day of the MTN Elite 1 Championship. And for Young Sports Academy, it's 4 games winless streak for this side. Monsieur Ondo, un match, un derby régional malgré, mais malheureusement, c'était PWG qui a remporté.
Oui, PWG, c'est quand même une équipe sur qui on compte depuis quelques saisons dans le championnat. Et pour moi, c'était tout à fait normal que PWG gagne.
Tout à fait normal?
Oui, tout à fait normal parce que c'est une équipe que j'aime bien, et surtout avec l'arrivée d'Eze Ongba, qui est un milieu de terrain vraiment travailleur, bagarreur, passeur, et d'ailleurs il a été passeur dans ce match, pas que j'ai quelque chose contre l'autre équipe, mais moi je pense que c'était de bonne guerre pour que PWG gagne.
Ok, c'était de bonnes guerres pour que PWG gagne. Et Lucas Témé, est-ce que c'est le même avis? C'est quand même 4 matchs sans victoire pour Young Sport Academy, marqué juste 2 buts, 1 par penalty, et encaissé pas mal de buts, hein? Over 12.
I would say that unfortunately it is the life of our club in Cameroon. I used to say the performance are down the sea. When last year they were good, you will see that this year they will fight for maintain. They will fight not to drop. last year PWG was not good, and this year they were good. If you see, last year, the previous year before last year, we see that young sport were not good, and last year they were good. That because of the philosophy of our game. It is the same team we've started right now. All those teams that would have played the playoff up last year, it is only Cologne, Canon, maybe Dinamo who are winning games at the beginning of this championship.
Well, we're going to continue. We're going to get the reactions, Pretty. We're going to, continue with you pretty later. Well, we have Kosi Bom that has joined us, one man that is in the Northwest region. He knows a lot about both sides. Kosi, good evening and welcome to the show. Hello, Kosi, can you hear us? Okay, Kosi, welcome. How is Bamenda today? How is everyone preparing for Christmas? Merry Christmas in advance.
Merry Christmas. Traffic everywhere, dust everywhere. Everyone is prepared for tomorrow.
Oh, I guess it's going to be a very good one to see. So, Kosi, match day 4 of the MTN 81 Championship, fantastic game at the Buddha Arena Stadium between PWD of Bamenda and Young Sports Academy. And unfortunately, it's PWD that took home the win. How did you see that encounter? My panelists of today, they said they were anticipating a PWD win. Is that the same case for you? Hello, Kosi? Well, unfortunately, maybe we've lost him. We'll get back to him in the course of the show. If you can continue what you were saying.
I was saying that last year PWG of Bamenda was not good, and this year they are good. Maybe because of the philosophy of the team and the recruitment. Last year we had players such as Chindo John Bosco, they did not at Frank Sake. They did not do everything to maintain those guys. They should have done everything to maintain Frank Sage, all the key players of Young Sport of Academy of Bamenda, if they wanted to play, maybe to be the champions of Cameroon, because last year they did many things and they convinced supporters. And this year it is already 4 games and they have already done 1 draw against Bambutos, the Buddha, and all the games they are losing. It is not good for a good team such as Young Sport Academy of Bamenda, because last year they were amazing and they were fighting. We saw 11 fighters, 11 militaries on the field that were doing everything to win the game. And this year we don't know. They played here, they scored against Union of Douala. We're thinking that maybe
missed a penalty.
Maybe today they will break the bad luck that is surrounding their team, and they made themselves being winning by Union of Douala 3-1. It is not good for a team like one of my team that I'm supporting, Young Sport. It is true that the 2 teams I'm supporting them, but I wanted for them to make maybe the draw.
A draw? Okay, Kosi, welcome back.
Thank you. I am back. I think the network situation here is not really good, but let's see if we can go through this time.
Okay, as quickly as possible. So tell us what's your appraisal of the game, PWG of Bamenda against Young Sports Academy from the same region.
I think that was a game that from onset I knew it was going to be a game where the fans even play the game more than the players on the pitch, because it's a long time camp that fans have been waiting to see that fixture since both sides have been separated for the past 3 seasons prior to the old league system, but now they have been chanced to play together again. So moving to Buddha, it was so much anticipation, but then the results proved to us that PWD maybe prepared for the game better than Young Sports Academy, and I must say Young Sports, I think it's filled with so many new players, so they still have a lot of work to do. PWD, on her part, also have a new side with several young players, but I think Coach David Pagu's know-how of the league permitted his side to overpower Young Sports Academy.
Well, talk about a match for the fans before we get into, the action proper. Unfortunately, we noticed it was just like about less than 1,000 people in the stands. Is it because, the game is being played outside of Bamenda?
I think responding to a question like this leaves me very emotional, because as a football lover in the Northwest region, we've been deprived of Elite One football for so long. I think the stadium situation in the Northwest is still a call for concern. And if I must say, the next or the return leg of this derby should be played in the Northwest, even if there's no modern stadium, because the fans need this fixture. Because traveling to Buda and coming back is very risky on the part, very risky and stressful on the part of the fans. So I think all regions enjoy their teams play. Melong has been given the chance this time around, so why not the Northwest region? The Young Sports Arena, if put in good shape, he can host Elite One games as he was doing before. I think that should be looked into, because the Northwest teams are suffering as far as the home advantage is concerned, because I think all their games are away games, and that is already them playing 50% against the other teams.
Talk about playing 50% against the other teams. We've seen PWG of Bamenda, despite their win against Young Sport Academy, has been struggling. They lost to Gazelle in March day 3, conceded 4 goals, and before that lost to Dynamo of Douala, conceded 1 goal right here in Douala. And for Young Sport Academy, it's been four games without a win. Is it are the inhabitants of Bamenda beginning to worry about these teams? And what explains this, constant defeat?
I think the first thing is both sides have a very, new breed of players. A new administration of Young Sports Academy has come and is going in for the young kings. But then, A1 championship for the young players to actually get their game going, they need a lot of preparation. For a side like Victoria United, I think they win certain games, and when the experienced players have to play against them, they always fall short. But at some point in time, their preparedness and actually helps them to go through the game. So the Northwest teams, I think they need to start preparing for the league. If it is leased, it should be 3 months ahead of time, so that they get to know their teams very well, get their players physically fit, get their systems on board, and play enough friendlies as much as possible, so that they can get ready. They know the lapses, they know what they need to work on. I think hopefully with the January transfer around the corner, the teams can get to strengthen those positions they need. And because if they do not get their teams ready during the winter window, it's going to be a call for concern. We might see the team struggling through the league, because even PWD's 1-0 win against Pantes Porchiden Day, it was just a struggle. And Bagu's mastermind, Belem scored and they won. We saw them struggle against Gazelle. Gazelle was playing away, but they defeated PWD Bamenda 4-0. Though PWD 2 was away, but we know in Bamensi they have been doing better. And I think the team needs a lot of work. Against Dynamo, I think that was the worst game I have watched PWD play so far. The team needs a lot of work. They need more experienced players. I think when you watch a game like that, you notice the absences of Billy Samen, Nyaba Brian, Bernie Derrick, and when you saw when John Paul was introduced, his experience started some sort of energy for PWD of Bamenda, which means how young you want to be, there must be a transitional process. There must be some good players, all players play still to the league before they get going. I know last season Pagu had over 14 star in that team, and they played one of the best footballs you can talk about. But then there was the experience of goalkeeper Querido, Chrissy Legrand, Ibakileki, and then when Zanga also joined. So it cannot be only the young players to do it. You need a mix of experienced players in their prime and then the young players for a team to get going in this league.
Last question on this. We have PWD, Young Sports Academy, that will play Panthère. Panthère has gained momentum, 2 wins, 2 consecutive wins. What do you think about these games? PWD as well, going to another game in match day 5. What do you think about it?
I think, first of all, with against Young Sports, they are, I think, their momentum is high now. They are encouraged. The wins actually generate a lot of excitement in the fans. So they have a 12th man that is going to back them after a win. They also have the players that they already have that feel of winning, and they will go in with high momentum, wanting to have a streak of winning, because losing against Dinamo, I think their speed was a bit low, and then the Northwest Derby saw that spirit generated again. And talking of a team like Panther, what I saw in Limbe, I mean, Panther is a side that if, or should they just continue the way they are going with some pacey players added to the team because they have a lot of experience, we will see Panther finishing among the top 5 in the league.
Panther finishing among the top 5 in the league. Well, it will be interesting to see how they handle match day 5 action that comes up this weekend. Kosi Bomb, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. So there you have it. You know, he says inexperience from both sides. Very young players on the side of PWG and on the side of Young Sports Academy.
Yes, they went to the regional league and the
recruited from the
training center of football to recruit many players there. That is why maybe there is no cohesion. There is no cohesion, and you know, in August or September like that. In September, yes, Young Sport Academy of Bamenda was in Douala. They were in Yaoundé to recruit players who don't have teams who wanted to play with them. And
it was like a regional tour.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. And this year, you know, with young players, you have to be patient when you decide to use young players. You have to be patient because there is this thing they should master first the competition that they will play. It is the young players that have put Young Sport Academy of Bamenda last year to the playoff up. Do you remember when this thing of double-head identity came out and they suspended maybe 6 or 7 players of Young Sport and they went to their reserve team to look for players such as Elton, many players that have come at that moment to play for
reinforce
the
squad.
Even PWG of Bamenda, they have youth that are playing for them. There are many. You can count about 6 or 8 players for both teams. But last Sunday, the best team won the game, and today the Young Sports we still struggle to win the game. And there is this player that I have congratulated. Last time that I was here, Kong Yu Jude, who's playing for Young Sport Academy of Bamenda. Maybe he has not the youth who are there are not they are not using the experience of Kong Yu Jude to win the game. But at times there are many days to play. They will cooperate and they will win games. And maybe I'm dreaming that next week, this weekend, Young Sport Academy of Bamenda will win the match. But maybe I'm praying that they should not face Colombe Sportif or Canon because
it's Colombe Stade Arena. It's Colombe Stade Arena.
Because those are the teams in this tournament who are great. When you see them and the way they are playing, you can imagine that Colombe or Canon, according to their organization, they should win. They deserve this year to win the tournament.
Well, it's just the start, and it's so early, too early to conclude. The top. That's top. Victoria United was top after match day 4, and they fell down after match day 3. Well, we'll come back to that. So we had Tima Collins. We spoke to him after that game, Union Sportive against Young Sport Academy, and he told us that it's quite a young team. They've recruited new players, and they have a new management as well. That management has come with its own philosophy, and also reminded us that last season, Young Sport Academy had their first win after match day, around match day 6, match day 7. So the Young Sport is a slow burner for sure, and people should just look forward to Young Sport Academy. When the team will come together, they will produce fireworks. Let's take a listen to Collins Tima.
We have a new team at the helm of the club. President Imamimba, he came up with this new way of playing, new way of managing. It's totally different from what we've always had, you know. It's not easy. The transition is never easy. Transition is never easy. We all know that. I think with time, what he has in plan, what he has in mind, we are going to put everything in place, and I promise you that we are going to come up with something good. I don't think so. Football, it's about being. It's a beautiful game, you know. We are implementing a new way of play. We want to be possessive with the ball, you know. Nothing starts easy. Yeah, maybe implementing what we've come up with is going to take some time, but I promise you we're going to get to it. Yeah, I trust the team, I trust the management, I trust whatever is in place.
Yeah.
Focus on youth football. That's probably the first thing we are very concentrated on. We're coming up with the YOSA Pro Youth Project, which is a way of bringing professional football to our local communities. So many young talents have the right to show what they have. Yeah, through that we are going to manage a team where we can always give a chance to the youth, and merge them with experienced and old players. Probably it's going to take some time, but as I said, I promise you it's what we need, and we're going to get to the end of it.
I would like to say that maybe the dispute between the family, young sport family, and the member, the new manager has caused a lot of trouble to the team, because, you know, before the starting of this championship, there was this fight against between the old president, the ancient president, and the member, the new president, about the controlling of the game or of the team. And the next thing is that member who is there is a manager and is a sport agent, and they want to sell players. And when you want to sell players, you have to recruit the youth one. And when you see young sport academies play, you can notice that it is an academy they want to promote. They want to work with the youth, and they want to develop their talent. That is why they are focused on the ball conservation when they are playing, the progression, the destabilization before scoring. That's why I was saying that when you want to use the youth, you have to be patient. And if you want to be patient, not only victory will count, because at the end of the season, the man want to sell players abroad to get some money for the team.
Well, away from Young Sports Academy, we talk about another team that has very young players, but unfortunately, it was unfortunate too for them. Victoria United against Panthère Sportif of the day. Well, Panthère Sportif got a second consecutive win off the backs of title holders Victoria United at the Limbe Centenary Stadium, thrashing them by 4-4. Let's get highlights. Panthère Sportif of the day ran riot with a 4-0 thrashing of Victoria United at the Limbe Centenary Stadium on match day 4 of the Elite One Championship. This throbbing handed Victoria United their first defeat of the campaign, while Panthère celebrated back-to-back victories. Victoria United started brightly, bossing the midfield and creating a flurry of chances. However, their finishing was wayward and they couldn't break the deadlock. Panthère, on the other hand, were clinical in front of goal. Fabiana Tejo broke the ice in the 29th minute, slotting home to give Panthère the lead. The second half saw Panthère shift gears and dominate proceedings. David Ngondo doubled the lead in the 63rd minute with a composed finish. As Victoria United threw men forward in search of a lifeline, they were caught napping at the back. Atejo backed his brace in the 84th minute, putting the game to bed. Abdel Njoya added the icing on the cake with a stoppage time strike in the 90th plus 5 minute. Victoria United will need to tighten up their defense and sharpen their attacks as they look to bounce back in their next fixture. Meanwhile, Panthère will be brimming with confidence, eager to extend their winning streak. The Limbe Centenary Stadium bore witness to a masterclass in finishing from Panthère, who was simply too hot to handle for Victoria United. This Victoria United. Well, let's listen to post-match reactions from the coach of Pante and the coach of Victoria United, David Ngambe. He says defensively it wasn't just it for Victoria United, but it was good offensively. Unfortunately, the goals did not come in, and defensively it was just open, and Pante Sportive took advantage of that. Let's take a listen to them.
C'est le foot, hein? C'est le foot, on a préparé. Vous avez vu, c'est un match qu'on a commencé à contrôler au début du match. L'adversaire qui avait mis son bloc qui était bon médian a profité des erreurs que nous avons commises pour marquer le but. C'est le foot. Ils ont mis un plan de jeu et le plan de jeu a marché. Probablement aujourd'hui, c'est le plan défensif qu'on n'a pas été bien. Vraiment, on a eu le problème au niveau du plan défensif, surtout au niveau de notre repli défensif. C'est défensivement que ça n'a pas donné. Vous avez vu que dans le jeu, on a contrôlé le jeu. Vraiment, on avait le jeu à notre faveur. Mais l'adversaire, chaque fois sur un contre ou deux, ils ont réussi à marquer le jeu. Devant, on va seulement corriger, c'est défensivement que ça n'a pas donné.
Nous avons très mal commencé notre championnat à la maison. On a accumulé 2 défaites. Je crois que les enfants n'ont pas baissé le moral. On savait que dès qu'on aura l'occasion de commencer à marquer les buts, ça va couler. On avait ces problèmes de finition devant les buts. On continue à travailler, on a travaillé sur ça. Et on savait qu'aujourd'hui, venant à Limbe, sachant que Limbe joue beaucoup en mouvement, il fallait d'abord les empêcher de jouer et de notre récupération de balles passer en transition rapide. Je crois que nos 4 buts, vous l'avez constaté, ont été faits par rapport aux transitions. On est sur le plan défensif, on récupère. Il faut à tout prix trouver l'espace libre dans leur dos pour les faire mal. Les enfants l'ont respecté. On aurait mis marqué même 7 à 8 buts, je crois, ça n'aurait suffi personne ce soir.
I'll rate my performance, let's say 6 on 10, because it wasn't too good, it wasn't too bad, but the most important thing is that we won. That is the most important thing. We had no choice. We wanted to win. Me personally, it has been 3 games, no assists, no goals. So today, I knew I was coming to Limbe for a great performance, and by God's grace, everything went well. No, I'm still learning. Seriously, this is just my 2nd year in the professional league, so let's say I'm still learning. I'm learning from my big brothers, and I hope to become more and more better. No, that match particularly is a special match for me because it's against a team from my hometown. I have many friends there, Yosa, so I'm going to go with a lot of joy and with the hope and zeal to win.
With an excellent performance against, Victoria United, very instrumental in the midfield. You look at a man or a young boy like Fopa Brandon that helped Pante, gain promotion into the MTN Elite One Championship and still putting in the work in the MTN Elite One Championship. It means it's a bright future for Pante.
Not only for Pante, but for him, because he has to work very hard not to only play for Pante or another team in Cameroon. He has to work. If he has participated and he has contributed to the promotion of that team to the League One, and he's still there, has scored on last Sunday, it means that he has a talent and he has to work to promote the talent so that a new manager agent can come and put him abroad. The thing that I wanted to say is that Mr. Quen Valentin maybe he has confirmed that in Cameroon there are coaches, because nobody has won him 4-0 before, and last Sunday he lost 4-0, and he has maybe now he has confirmed that in Cameroon there are coaches.
Well, he said there are just few coaches. He did not say there are no coaches at all. There are just few coaches in the championship.
Maybe among the few coaches that they have said, because I heard that in Cameroon there are no coaches. Maybe for the few coaches that you are saying, James is among them, because he has won 4-0. And in football there are 2 styles of play: direct style and indirect style. And you can manage your style according to the players that you have
at your disposal.
Because in Pante, he has noticed that he cannot play with indirect style, because he has the old player. He has to play low and to proceed by counter attack. That is why Victoria was gaining the ball, and they came to block them to form a huge block, which will be difficult for them to cross. And when they were taking the ball, they were looking for Fopa and certain youth who are on the wingers to go and score goals. And he has noticed that the players, the game plan of Victoria is the indirect style. He has Deng Zeng, all those players, Jomini and Natang Douala, who control the ball. They like ball. That is why at times they will do for the ball whatever they want. But Bangte with players such as Ngamalu, Fang Su, Guan, and this player Kong, yes, they know that they are old, they are ancient players. They don't have what we call in French the cardio to compete with them. They went below, very low, and to proceed by a counter attack.
Well, talk about a team that took made use of the opportunities when it came to them. Talk about Gazelle against Union Sportive of Douala. Well, Gazelle, Sech Doha, Yumba, all on the score sheet as Gazelle defeated Union Sportive. Well, let's get highlight in this. Let's get the highlight of the goal scored.
Épilepsie.
Let's listen to Coach Alim Kada and Anisette Bagafoué of Union Sportive and Gazelle of Garoua.
C'est la satisfaction dans la mesure où il nous fallait absolument réagir après avoir perdu 2 matchs à domicile. Parce que même le match nul face à la Colombe, pour nous, il fallait vraiment qu'on se rattrape. Et cet après-midi, les jeunes ont su réagir et on a pu retrouver le chemin des filets. Et ceci depuis le dernier match. Je pense que pour le moment, tout roule bien et on espère pouvoir continuer dans cette lancée. Ouais, on a la baraka ces temps-ci, on a le vent en poupe et je pense qu'on ne peut qu'en profiter et on ne sait pas jusqu'à quand. Ouais, on va le jouer comme tous les autres matchs, on va prendre avec beaucoup de sérieux, mais également nous avons un signe indien à rompre à Garoua avec nos supporters. On espère qu'on pourra réitérer le même résultat qu'ici.
Well, that's it. Match day 5. We have at the Military Stadium in Yaoundé. AS Fortuna against Union Sportive, Colombe Sportive against Stade de Rina. Ça sera un grand match, monsieur Ondo.
Oui, un grand match et les supporters que nous sommes mobilisés à aller soutenir notre équipe.
Okay, Rumdi Adja Stadium, Coton Sport Garo against Aigle Royal du Mongo, Gazelle FA against Les Astres de Douala, Panthère Sportive at Bamenzi against Young Sport Academy, Bambutus of Buddha against Fevazu Elite, PWG of Bamen against Victoria United in Buddha, and on Monday, Canon Sportive against Dynamo of Douala. Match day 5, everybody. Well, it's the last program of the year.
Please, allow me.
It's the last program of the year.
Allow me, only please, I would like to
We're finished.
To ask for
We're finished.
And